is here, and yeah, we're here. We're partying. We're stopping in because it's a standard Tuesday Refuge HQ live stream where we answer the questions. We get down to the freaking hard and pressing issues of medical first aid kits. What do you got?
Is Cracker Turn Tour here?
Cracker Turn Tour is not here.
Oh no.
His parents are in town. He's hanging out with his parents.
Oh.
We try to provide a good work environment here where if your parents are in town, we don't just hold you hostage. You can go see them.
Well, my mother did just call me,
Yeah.
but I had to hurry up and get off the phone with her because we went live, but everybody in the office doesn't know that we're live.
Guys, we're live.
Right? No, some of them having headphones and stuff.
That's true.
Yeah.
That does happen.
We need.
I was about to get into it.
Hold on. Here we go. Boom.
Oh, there we go.
Now we're on the air.
on-air sign is on.
Now you can. Now you know. Now you know. So good afternoon, everybody. Hi. How you doing? I'm super happy you're here. As always, the Refuge Medical HQ live stream is brought to you by Jocko Fuel. More specifically, Jocko Go. Today's a 50-50 tactical lemonade. So we got a little tactical tea, little, I don't know, what they just say lemonade. So it's pretty good. What are you gonna say?
Yeah, I'm behind the cameras.
Yeah.
But I want to give them some ASMR.
Okay, here we go. You guys ready? Listen to this. This is called the sound of refreshment. There it is. You heard it here, folks. That's the sound of Tasty Jocko Go getting ready to just be delivered right into your freaking nervous system.
Yeah.
It's that Tuesday afternoon hitter is what you need. So yeah, huge shout out to Jocko Go for sending us these energy drinks so that way we can continue to build American-made first aid kits for you guys. As always, if you have questions, concerns, inquiries, comments, maybe just life ponderings, you just throw them in the chat below. TikTok, you have a question box. Instagram, you have a question box. YouTube, it's a free-for-all Coliseum-style live chat where you have to battle to get your comment noticed. So we're super happy you guys are here. If you have a question, feel free to throw it in the chat before. Somebody just said, just ordered my Bearfact 3.0, Vulcan 1982, good freaking choice. I'm in the middle of a clean bulk myself right now. Day 2 is 75 hard, and I totally understand what it's like. So good for you on getting that Bearfact. Everybody needs one, whether they realize it or not. I want to ask who here, if you're on the live chat, throw in the chat or in the comments below if you ordered a Black Friday kit or a Cyber Monday kit, either a black multicam, black, regular multicam, or Marpat. If you got one of those kits, throw it down in the chat below. I want to know who got what and how they got it and all that stuff and if they were happy about it. Somebody just said, just got my Bearfact Mini. You probably mean the Bear Min. Great kit. The Bear Min 2.0 came out. That's freaking awesome. So shout out to all the people on Instagram. You guys are great. We love you. We're super happy you're here.
On YouTube, they're asking questions.
What
Michael
are they
Gunnar asked, you answered it in the chat? Oops. But for everybody else that's watching, does Refuge ship to the EU or not yet? What?
Yeah, we ship to the EU.
What?
Yeah,
Not yet.
Not yet. Bro,
What are you talking about?
If we could get a donkey there, we can ship it there. We got people in every place. We ship to Africa. We ship to the southern tip of South America. Australia.
If you are not in the military and you are in a war zone, we might not be able to get it to you.
Yeah, that's true. Somebody asked, where is the best place to buy Jocko's to support the right people? So, two options. One, if they're selling in a store near you, which I think right now they're in Myers, vitamin shops, Wawa's, a couple other places as well. So if they're in a brick and mortar location, go to the brick and mortar location and buy there because it really helps them continue to get shelf space. If they're not in a brick and mortar location near you, go to their website and grab it right off there. That's where you can get the hitter. And they ship really quick too. Their fulfillment's awesome. Better than some companies I've heard of. Somebody said Japan. I don't know if we have shipped to Japan, but that's probably because we don't market well to Japan, given that my Japanese is non-existent.
Well, first, call the country by its name, Nippon.
Japan.
Nippon. It's an N.
Okay.
Yeah, we're American. We rename stuff however we want.
I don't know anything about.
Yeah.
Well, how'd you say it?
Nippon.
Nippon.
Yes.
Yeah. See, that almost
Just
sounds
like
French to me.
Germany.
Yeah.
Germany is really called Deutschland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was Deutschland.
Hey, however you want to pronounce it. Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
No.
Nein. Nein.
No, I know that. I
Yeah.
know that.
But we had a protocol yesterday. None of this.
Yeah. You gotta be careful how you move your arms when you're doing German accents. It can be misconstrued. I can move to YouTube. I always forgot I'm on TikTok. You can go wherever you want if you're on the live stream. I'll bet the Japanese would love your stuff. I bet any human being that has air in their lungs would love their stuff. So shout out the Iridium Group. If you're in Canada, also known as Gooseland, also known as the home of maple syrup, all these things, the Great White North, and all these different things. If you're up there and you need good medical training, reach out to the Iridium Group. They are awesome.
And
Blue Syndicate Solutions, they're super good. I think it's Blue Syndicate. Yeah, they got some really cool stuff going on over there.
I wonder if the Iridium Group does any training north of the 60.
I have no idea what that even means.
Yeah.
I have no idea what that
The
even
60th parallel. That's up there.
means. Is it up there?
Yeah.
There's like just snow and moose.
Right. And this woman that lives up there, she got mauled by a bear. It broke her hip and her leg. She healed it up, killed the bear, and then went to go get medical help.
See, this is why you need a medical kit on you at all times. This is why you need to carry medical stuff, because you never know when you're going to be up in the northern parts of Canada getting attacked by freaking bears. This is important stuff. So yeah, if you got a Black Friday kit, throw it in the chat. I'm super interested. They're in Heb. I think Lone Star Living is talking about Jocko Fuel. They are in Heb. YouTube, you got a question?
Yeah. Any plans for training in the EU?
No, I don't think so. There's no. There you go.
Where was that?
In EU?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Going across the pond?
No, yeah.
We don't even go to unfriendly states.
Yeah.
Let alone go across the pond.
Our training, we're very, very specific about where we send our training team because the world's a crazy place, as the European Union knows right now. The world's a crazy place. So we don't send our training team to places where they cannot legally carry a firearm. All of them, of course, are highly trained. They're professionals, but restrictive states like that, we don't send our training team to. So we definitely don't send them out of country. And that's just not something we're interested in doing. That's not something the training team's interested in doing. There's a lot of good training organizations that send people out of country. We focus on building up Americans, and we are unapologetic about that. We love our brothers in the north in Canada, love our brothers in the south in Mexico, and we got a lot of love for the EU and the UK, right? Like, a lot of love. But right now, we're trying to focus on building up America and Americans. What you got?
Kosher Dad said,
Kosher Dad, what's up, Kosher Dad?
why do I think I'm missing something about Jocko Go? I'm only drinking space coffee.
That is true. Have you ever seen his setup?
Oh, dude, he basically is like a chemist. I saw him make coffee 2 times, and he's like got 9 different like little dispenser things, and he's doing this pour over, and then this French press, and then that somewhere like a barista comes out of his pocket and like starts foaming stuff. It's crazy.
And he has a full bag set up. He brings water specifically from a certain mountain in Utah.
Yep.
And what is it, an AeroPress? I forgot what type of coffee he was using. Oh no, he was using Moose Run coffee the last time, but
Yeah.
it's just a weird setup. It's something about Marines that get in planes.
He's Air Force.
Huh? No.
Is he not?
He's a Marine.
Is he really?
Yes. Yep.
Wow.
He's a flyboy, and he went through Top Gun.
That's crazy.
So he did volleyball, as
He's got
they
the
do.
Aviators.
Yep. Yes, he does.
His aviators are actually made out of crayons, so that way quick nourishment whenever needed.
Yeah. So, Jocko Go's are easy kosher dad.
Yeah, Jocko Go, clean, good energy drink, worth it, 100%. I'm either, so if I'm looking for like a pick me up in the morning, Kosher Dad, you'll love this. Is how I make my coffee. I take my coffee pot and I fill the thing up with as much grounds as it could possibly hold. Tap it down a little bit, fill up more, put water in there, turn it on. I mean, I'm basically, a connoisseur, a connoisseur, if you would. Yeah, I don't mean to brag. NWA Prepper said, "Good morning, everyone. What's up? What's up with you, NWA Prepper? That's a great channel, great people. Really good stuff. Dudley, I have definitely spent time north of 60. It's quiet up there. Wink," he said. Maybe that means it's not quiet.
Oh no, it's really quiet up there.
Is it really?
Yeah, oh yeah. You think we don't live around people? No. You have to clear out land for an airplane to bring you shopping supplies.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I could not do that. Do you think OPAs and MPAs are essential in an everyday carry or just a barrier device? I don't believe OPAs are because that takes a lot more training. MPAs are covered under the Good Samaritan Act, and technically so are OPAs. And we stack NPAs in almost every single kit that we have, nasopharyngeal airways. And I also believe you should have a barrier device if you are performing any sort of CPR. So with that being said, the like keychain baggy things that everybody has that like cost 10 cents, and do not use those, because what a lot of people don't understand is inside of CPR, 50 to 60% of people, their reflex is to throw up, especially if you're dealing with potentially somebody who has an overdose, and you don't always know where people's mouths have been, right? So if you're giving breaths, you want a good sturdy barrier. So we have a clamshell, and then we also have a BVM, a bag valve mask, right? And both of those are great options. Obviously, you're not going to carry a bag valve mask with you everywhere you go. But having that capability maybe in your vehicle, something like that, you could run and grab it. Super important. And an MPA, you just have to have one. I definitely recommend it. Airway is the A in March algorithm, so definitely should have one. What you got?
Colorado Outdoor Adventures. I've been training on Duolingo,
Okay.
So let's see. That says Shalom Lachem.
I don't know.
I can't figure out the second word, but I know the first word is Shalom.
Well, Shalom, Colorado Outdoor Adventures. Ben Sharon said, "No keychain thing. Ha ha ha. I'm in the same boat." Yeah, they're disgusting. And it's one of those like band-aids that you think you have. It's a false sense of security, and it often fails, and it often lives in like a purse for 5 years, and it's been heated up and cooled down a bunch of times. You open it, it immediately rips. Get a good clamshell CPR mask, a good BVM, put it in a bag. What's a BVM cost? Like $30? We just did a CPR set. You really should have CPR tools. It's super important, and an MPA or an OPA is always recommended inside of CPR if it's applicable in the
Ours
situation.
are $17.99.
Ours are $17.99. I mean, that's a no-brainer. What you got?
Miguel's in love. Congratulations, Miguel. What's the best medical kit to get that's portable? Depends on what type of portable you want.
Yeah, every single one of our kits is portable. We do have kits that mount to the wall. However, I recommend, so he says firefighter EMT here. So if you are an EMT, with that, I'm gonna recommend probably like a mini stomp or a stomp 2.0 for you. Oh, good grief. Backpack, right? Throw this in the back of the vehicle. You always have this capability. This is SEAL Team Operating Medical Pack. So you can do everything from field surgery to an IV start to trauma medicine. If you're looking for maybe something a little bit smaller, you could go with the Adventure Kit. Still extremely portable. Comes in an American-made bag. Super great. Nope.
No, yeah.
Nope. I have one.
There's one right behind it.
Where?
The black-
Oh,
the black
Oh,
one.
oh yeah. Here's one. This doesn't have a patch on it yet.
we need a patch. Give him the patch.
It's all right.
I love
He
watching
need a patch.
siren in the
Patch me
background.
in. Oh. All right, so the best production value
Upside
we've
down?
ever seen in
Are we
life.
on? Is the building under duress. That's why you put the patch on upside
Yeah,
down.
that's right. That's exactly right. Refuge is under duress right now. It's all symbolism. No, so the adventure kit is great. This is awesome for the home, the car, the farm, even in the workplace. I recommend this kit because it's got, you know, your boo-boo management, but it's also got some trauma medicine capability, splinting capability, and it's just an overall really comprehensive first aid kit. Comes in the American-made adventure bag, which is super durable. And as always, we guarantee our bags full life, for 5 EVA, as the kids say. Highly recommend. Highly recommend. So hopefully that helps. So the black one is for EMT basics. Technically, the mini stomp would be for EMT basics. That's when you're going to start to come out of just stuff that's covered under Good Samaritan and really start to get into EMT realm. So this is going to have, and depending on your state, most EMTs aren't qualified to use a decompression needle. But this is going to have your decompression needles for tension pneumothorax. This is going to have some surgery capability, some IV capability. It's basically half of a stomp bag, which is a SEAL Team Operating Medical Pack. Comes in a really nice small backpack. Throw it in the back of the truck, have it accessible for you. Still have some boo-boo stuff. Still have, of course, your trauma capability, and is a really good comprehensive first aid kit. And that's moving much more into treatment, not just triage, if that makes sense. What you got?
No, I was asking you to throw me that microphone. It's not working.
Hey,
so.
catch.
Oh,
You guys saw it here. The microphone wasn't working. Just joined. What's in the cans? Jocko Go is what's in the cans, man. The best energy drink ever known to man. So Jocko Fuel makes these bad boys. They are clean, healthy, keto-friendly, sugar-free. They're not loaded down with a bunch of taurine and caffeine and all these things. It's a good natural pick-me-up.
for a moment when you read that, I thought they were talking about your pump and you were flexing on camera.
These cans right here, dog? Yeah, no. It was chest day today, but no. I'm an EMT, but I also have my ALS and BLS, so I am close to getting my paramedic certification. So which one would be better for that out of the ones you said? I would recommend, if you're getting your paramedic, to get the full stomp bag. Realistically, you're going to be able to use every single thing inside of that kit and have an understanding of it. And you having those tools is better than the guy who just has money and bought one. And so it's not necessarily cheap, but cheap doesn't mean good, especially when it comes to medical components and equipment. And so definitely the stomp bag, Miguel. That's a great one.
Hey, Kosher Dad on YouTube said, Adventure Kit is also Kosher Dad approved.
Yeah.
Successfully used to take care of a kid with an arrow in his head last year at Tabernacles.
Yeah. So, I mean,
He must have been a wild and crazy guy. Only people above a certain age will get that
right.
that reference.
So with that, that's a good thing to bring up, right? We don't take these components and then just put them in a bag and go, oh, this might be a good idea. We test and train with these kits. We put them out in the field, and we make sure that they're going to be successful in rendering aid and in saving lives. And that's a big market differentiator. There's no good idea fairy. Any single kit that we launch has gone through an extensive research and development phase before it's launched itself. What you got?
Also on YouTube, HBD Off-Road said, as a paramedic, be careful what ALS skills you do off duty.
Yes, that is super true. That is super true, because you're not going to be covered under your liability of your carrier. And so, Bro Nathan asked, do you do CPR training? Yes, there is CPR training inside of the Responder 1 course for Refuge training. It's not a standard CPR class. You're never going to do CPR like you've done it there. I was doing CPR on one person, rotating out while I had like a tourniquet on my leg. It's very different. They do a great job of doing stress inoculation inside of CPR, which is something that's often missed because sometimes people are just focusing on compression and breaths. But they do CPR and AED. So it's really good training. I highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. I'm always on call. I'm a volunteer. I respond in my pod. Yep. So personal vehicle, right? Yeah, definitely have a stomp bag. Seriously. And you might want some more trauma capability with that. If so, you can always add on some, extra tourniquets, maybe an extra trauma kit, something like that for whatever instance you may run up on. What you got?
The Saucedo 982.
Okay.
I'm not sure if he's talking about medical kits or Jocko Goes? What's the best flavor?
The best flavor medical kit is probably, in my opinion, right now. Gosh, what is the best flavor medical kit for me? I'm gonna stick with the mini. Best flavor Jocko Go, in my opinion, Tropic Thunder, Afterburner Orange. But all of them are good, right? I'm sipping on a 50-50 tactical tea lemonade here, and it's delicious, right? So that's great. If you were to tell someone to get something first, would you say training or equipment? I would say equipment, actually. Yeah, because so here's the thing. You can learn really easily through reps and sets how to apply a tourniquet. And the number one preventable cause of death in the U.S. is massive bleeding. And so you can learn through online viewership and information, right? Because that's not training, that's information, how to accurately put on a tourniquet. And that could save someone's life. And so I would say equipment, and I would also say that training is just as important. Whether it's to stop the bleed in your local area or you're coming out to do essential responder with refuge training. Both of them are really key. We've seen lives saved because of both of those things. That's a great question. Great question. Miguel said, thank y'all. Look on the website. Yeah, use code TikTok. You get a % off. I don't know how much it is, but you get something. 10% off. EMT out of South Dakota here. You guys are awesome. Thanks for everything. I love your stuff. Dude, we love you. Way to be an EMT out of South Dakota. That's super stressful because South Dakota doesn't have a lot of stuff going on. And so much like our county's really large, and we have, I think, like 18 EMTs and maybe 10 paramedics, which is crazy when you think about it because people have to sleep. And so this is why it's so pivotal for you to be able to be the first responder, the essential responder, prolong death until somebody can get there for a higher level of care. Because it could be 30 minutes until somebody shows up, right? If you got to drive 30 miles to a call, well, guess what, dude? You better be able to stop that arterial bleed. You better be able to secure that airway. People don't understand how much somebody they could be coming to save you, but they're just not coming fast enough because they just weren't close. So shout out to you, Ben, for being out in South Dakota and fighting that good fight because it's challenging.
We were talking about flavors earlier. Like somebody named Stray Kitten asked if there was a crayon flavored kit.
Oh, there is a crayon flavored kit. It's right here. It's the Marpat. It comes with a little tasty surprise in there for every single Marine. Maybe you opened it up, you immediately got hungry because you saw the Marpat, you were like, I want to eat and simultaneously draw a picture. So you can color, get a snack, and deploy life-saving first aid equipment. So yeah, no big deal. Marpat, and this is going out of style here. I mean, it's the fabric isn't being made like it was when it was in service. So I mean, get it while you can. Iridium Group had a great comment. He said, EMR, ALS, and BLS holders can still highly benefit from badass TECC training. One of the benefits of the training is a knowledge framework of what gear you need, which is so true. A lot of times we see people who are paramedics or are doctors or EMTs, they come to our training and they get a crap ton of it, especially because it's stress inoculation training. So a lot of times if you're EMR and even up to EMT, right? You haven't had a ton of scenario-based, stress-induced training, and this really helps you perform in the day-to-day fields and operations that you may experience. That's a great point. I love the Iridium Group. He's a great guy, great trainer, really good stuff.
Hey, Ben Sharon, 8740. Since you're getting off right now to go order a kit, make sure you use the code TikTok because that's where you're ordering it from. And you get 10% off of all of our medical kits.
Get your deal, bro. Get your discount. You know, you're here watching the live stream. What do you got over there on YouTube land?
Scouting in the woods too. He asked this twice, so it seems pretty important.
All right.
Where do you get your mag carriers for EDC?
Where do I get my mag carriers for EDC? It really depends on the day. I have what is that? I don't remember what it's called. I love this mag carrier that's on my belt. So I'm not a gear guy. I'm like, I'll try something and I'll be like, oh man, this works really good. And then I just use it. Or I'm like, oh, that doesn't work good at all. I have some really good Krydex mag carriers from Blackhawk. Blackhawk makes all their Krydex in the US, which I'm a big fan of. A lot of their nylon is not made in the US, so I try to support their USA made stuff. Gosh, maybe it's a Stealth Operator. I think it's Stealth Operator, and it makes a dual mag holder, and I'm a big fan of that. Because I usually carry 2 mags, because 1 is none and 2 is 1. But I carry 2 tourniquets on me, and I've never fired my gun. So I have rendered aid. So I mean, you know, what's more important? But that's a great question. Yeah, for sure. Hopefully that helps. I'm pretty sure it's Stealth Operator. And then who else? We the People makes them, but I don't like We the People very much. What do you got? Who makes yours?
Mine? It's a Amazon special.
Okay.
I don't remember the name of it.
Oh, don't show it on camera.
TikTok.
Okay, yeah, you can do that. Yeah, he just puts 2 mags in that bad boy. That's like a little taco pouch.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a AR pouch, but I have 2 45 magazines in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, look. Something. I don't know.
And those are for airsoft guns.
Yes.
Right. Right.
Or-
We're obviously
or
talking-
bubble gum.
We're obviously talking about airsoft guns right now. If you can't pick up the drift. Yeah. Any other questions you got? We got a few more minutes that we're gonna be here. We're still running around like chickens with our heads cut off because of Black Friday and Cyber Monday, which is awesome. I'm glad that so many people got to take advantage of the deals and get first aid kits and be able to render aid, potentially, if they're put in that situation. So that's always awesome. So if you have a question, throw it in the comment section. Somebody said the taco pouches. Yep. Are there any plans for a burn kit? There are plans for a burn kit. Actually, one day this month we sold a burn kit. Maybe it's coming back. I don't know. Maybe it was just a little teaser. Yeah, there's definitely plans for the burn kit.
Our burn dressing set is still on the website
Yeah, burn dressing set's still on the website.
from the
And
sale.
it doesn't come in a special pouch, but that's because
Yeah.
we don't have a specific pouch for that. But you can always put it in one of your kits. But I mean, we do custom kitting, so there's times where people are working, you know, in the oil fields, or even an asphalt company reached out to us, and we made specific burn kits in pouches in cases for them. And if that's something you're looking for, reach out to us. But most people aren't carrying a pouch full of burn dressings for every day. But inside almost all of our, majority of our kits, we have burn dressings in them also. What you got?
What do you think of the Sam XT tourniquet?
I want to love the Sam XT tourniquet. I sure do. One, there's not enough data behind it. 2, it's the way that they have their windlass set up. The webbing on the nylon on the windlass is really, really thick, and it's stiff. So it's hard to get the final turn to get a really good arterial compression. I've gotten it to work, but I've also seen larger humans not get it to work and get it to fail. So I am a tourniquet snob. I'll always be a tourniquet snob, and that's because I'm supposed to trust my life to it. And so I'm a data guy. When it comes to data, the CAT Gen 7 has a lot of data supporting it. The Soft T Gen 5 has a lot of data supporting it. We even tried, there's a new tourniquet out, I can't remember the name. What was it called? The XT, no, ETQ, Everyday
Yes.
Tourniquet.
Yes.
I love certain aspects of it, and there's a couple of critical things that I think could go wrong in that tourniquet. And there's some cool new innovations coming to market, but I caution everybody because cool and flashy sometimes takes away from just like the simplicity in the system, and the system is designed to create arterial restriction, right? And so anytime we add complications or steps inside of that system, it's a possible failure point. and that's just unacceptable with a tourniquet, because a failure point inside of a tourniquet could mean that someone dies, which I don't have time for.
Is that the one that Twitch did a video on?
Yeah, that's not me bad mouthing the guys who made ETQ. I think it's an awesome idea. One of the things that I hear all the time from people is tourniquets are too big to carry all the time. And so good on them trying to make a tourniquet that can be carried every day. I personally I got the tourniquet to function properly, but I also can see some of the issues. So the Sam XT, I think probably Gen 2 or 3 of the Sam XT. Watch out, that's gonna be a bad mammoth ammo. But Sam XT, they got committee on TCCC recommended.
Tourniquets are too big to carry. I never heard that before, but those people may have never carried a casket before.
Yeah, that's true. Caskets are way bigger than tourniquets. Oof, that's super heavy. That's super duper heavy. Hi, Cindy Pritchett. That's a cool lady. I'm a fan of her. Miguel's in Love said, you were just talking about calls. We run a lot of calls. I'm from Newburgh, New York, and we've been running a lot of district calls. Yeah, so that's a thing too, is inside of some cities that are seeing increased crime, they're losing first responders quicker than they can restaff.
Shout out to I-87.
Yeah, and so you're seeing first responders have to now run district and county calls, and they're not as involved inside of their direct zone, whatever that may be, which means they're 45 minutes away from you when you call 911. So you best have a first aid kit. You best carry an effing tourniquet. A lot of district calls. Yeah, dude, that's rough. As of course, always go ahead and throw more comments in the chat, more questions. The Iridium group said, my 6-year-old can fully apply a cat on my thigh. He struggles with the Sam XT. If you're a parent, you're at risk of your kid being your first responder. Carry as if they will need to be. That's a great note. It is much harder. The Sam XT is much harder to work, just like the Soft T. The Soft T is not as easy as the Cat Gen 7. Cat Gen 7 is the easiest and most proven tourniquet on the market. There's times that I don't want it to be. I want something cool and new and awesome, but if it's not broke, don't fix it.
My daughter much prefers applying the trains on me.
Yep.
Applying the cat.
Yeah, he said his daughter much prefers using the cat. My daughter's 2 years old. She doesn't do tourniquet stuff yet, but I'm sure she would prefer the Cat Gen 7. Can you walk us through how to stage a soft T for EDC? I can.
Oh, I was going to toss you mine, but you got yours.
What, dude? Come on, man.
What color is it? Ooh, orange. I'm still rocking the black. I haven't upgraded to the orange yet.
So I carry my soft T with a rubber band staging it, because there's no hook and loop on a soft T to keep it kind of together. So that way it doesn't go all cattywampus. In a super stressful situation, you can just pull the rubber band and break it. So that way you don't have to actually unwind it. So really simple stuff here, right? So if we take it all the way to, we extend it all the way out so it's all the way open. What I standardly do is I go to about my shoe size, a little bit bigger than my shoe size. You guys can see my shoe. I don't know if you can. So that way I can pull it over my leg really easily, right? So after I've got it about my shoe size, I take it from the other end where the buckle isn't, right? And I fold the buckle in, and I pull all my slack into a nice little pile, like so. That way it's as flat as possible. And I put my windlass in the C-clamp there. I do not put it in the triangle, okay? That's really important. A lot of people will put this windlass in the triangle when they're staging it. You might not have the fine motor skills in the moment if you have to use it to remove it from that triangle. Then I take a rubber band, right? A couple of good wraps, and it sits nice and flat inside of my pocket of my jeans. Everybody, if you watch the shows, you know that I don't wear super baggy carpenter jeans. I usually wear fitted, skinny jeans, some people say. Well, this is flat enough here for me to carry inside of my jeans. It doesn't annoy me, it doesn't get in the way, anything like that. Super easy. So I hope that helps. That's how I EDC. If I don't have cargo pants on, this is the tourniquet I have on me, is a soft T. And also I have friends who have tree trunks for legs, and the soft T is a little bit bigger. So if you have a larger circumference human, it's hard for me to get a Cat Gen 7 to work on Dudley because Dudley's used to kicking people's heads off, right? So I have this soft tee here, so I can use this on Dudley. So that way it works properly, and me and Dudley can hang out in a few weeks, and I'm not having to carry that casket in a few weeks. You know what I mean? Does that track? Does that make sense? Is everybody getting what I'm saying here?
But Bob, that's too big. It's
It's
too big to fit in
it's
your
not
pocket.
even- it's not even that big. I have a flashlight, a knife in that pocket. I have a bunch of crap in my pockets at all times. That's just how I roll, dude. I be EDC and stuff. Lighter, flashlight, knife, pen, usually a Sharpie too. A little bit of pocket change, wallet, tourniquet. If I'm not in my truck where there's a medical kit, or in work where I have medical kits, I have a slit kit in my back left pocket. And then of course my defensive tools, if you know what I mean.
Tell them to check out our EDCs on TikTok.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, we have a bunch of EDC videos on TikTok where people just show what they carry every single day. A lot of people think it's crazy, but it's just an EDC, man. That's what we do. What's up, that lineman? Cindy Pritchett said, I carry mine in the back pocket of my jeans. Yeah. Cindy Pritchett, do you carry a soft tee or do you carry a Cat Gen 7? I'm curious. Because I personally struggle carrying a Cat Gen 7 in blue jeans. Not a fan of it. Love the Cat Gen 7, I just don't love carrying it in blue jeans. It's super uncomfortable when I sit down. So that's why I carry the soft tee. But I've also trained more with the soft tee to make sure I'm sufficient in using it. Oh yeah, for sure. Where do you guys recommend carrying a TQ in jeans? I carry it in my front left pocket. And the reason I carry it in my front left pocket is because my right arm is my dominant hand, and so it might be doing something, right? If I'm in a defensive situation, I'm probably holding something with this hand, so that way I can still access with my left hand here, and I also can still reach in my front left pocket with both my hands. It's not a problem, right? But that's how I do it. I don't know that there's necessarily a right way in which pocket to carry it. It's probably what's most comfortable for you, but I do it in my non-dominant side in the front, and that's how I do it. Which, I also don't like sitting. Like, comfort's a thing, right? Like, everybody always says, like, what's the best EDC gun? And the coolest answer I hear consistently is the one you'll actually carry. And that same thing goes for tourniquet placement, right? Like, where's the best place to carry the tourniquet? The place where you're actually going to carry it, right? If that's in your cargo pocket, if that's in your front pocket, back pocket, who cares? Do you have a freaking tourniquet? That's really the big question, right? So I know Dud carries his. He has one like in a little pouch. He like carries a little pouch with him and all of his admin stuff in there all the time. And he has one there, and then he usually has a soft tee in one of his other pockets too.
Yes, sir.
So.
And it's all on the left side.
Cindy Pritchett carries a cat in her back pocket. Dude, that's crazy. Hey, man, if you actually carry it, it fits with a knife and a lighter in your back pocket. Hey, man, if you're comfortable that way, more power to you. I could not do that. I could not do that at all. I would hate that. Really?
But for
actually,
women,
but
front
women have
pockets
smaller front
don't-
pockets.
I don't have front pockets.
That's what I was about to say. Some women's clothes, they'll have a stitching in line there like it's a
That's
pocket.
That's so sexy. That's stupid.
It's true. Or they'll have these little teeny tiny
Yeah,
pockets.
they're like,
this,
they're
dude.
like, you can put a lip gloss in here.
Not
It's
even.
Like, hey, dude, my wife needs a spare 17-round magazine. Like, this is stupid. Yeah, so I don't know. Don't buy crappy jeans with no pockets, or sew your own pockets. I don't know. Is there a solution for that? What's your solution? You're a woman.
I carry my soft tee in my purse
Oh,
that I usually always have on me, or
Okay.
my diaper bag,
Yeah.
whichever one I'm
okay, cool. What's your solution?
Same in the purse.
Same, it's in her purse.
easily accessible.
And usually a woman doesn't like separate from her purse often. Like,
No.
that's like on you. I don't have a purse, but that's what I hear. That's the rumor on the street.
No, of course.
Yeah, you can totally show it. Show it. Here we go. Boom. There it is. Soft tee in there. What else you got in there?
Got my pad bag, which you can
This
have these
this is
in
a
there.
limited edition. We don't sell these anymore, so don't ask for them.
Yep.
Is,
So both of those just fit in there.
is this like medical stuff in there, or is that just like stuff?
Medical and some boo-boo stuff. I have like an S mark in here
Oh, you have an S mark?
for our child, and boo-boo stuff, triple antibiotic, band-aids.
There's like old boo-boo capability.
Yep.
It's not all sexy tack meds.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. You probably use those band-aids though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, I
that
have
tracks.
regular band-aids and I have like Paw Patrol band-aids.
You gotta
Oh,
have the
Paw Patrol.
Gotta have the Paw Patrol. That lineman said, "Hey, thank you guys for the advice. I'm gonna start carrying one. Shit be too crazy nowadays. I do agree. Shit do be too crazy. Have a good one and great page. Thanks, that lineman. Thanks for what you do. If you're an actual lineman, we appreciate you. Linemen literally keep the lights on. So shout out to linemen everywhere. They're freaking awesome. We do a lot of work alongside linemen and utility workers in disaster relief, and you guys are some of the hardest working fools I've ever met. Make sure you carry your stuff on you. What you got?
The 12th C Conditioning says, Shalom all, my wife ordered his and hers Caleb House t-shirts this morning as a belated birthday present. Badass wife for the win.
Freaking
Nice.
awesome. Yeah, so it is Giving Tuesday. So if you wanted to support Grindstone Ministries or Caleb House, we are selling Caleb House t-shirts. And Caleb House is a restoration facility for victims of child sex trafficking. So go ahead and go to Refuge Medical, go to Bear Independent, go to Grindstone Ministries. You can grab a Caleb House t-shirt, long sleeve, or hoodie. And you're going to look at the price and you're going to be like, oh my gosh, it's so expensive for a hoodie. Yeah, that's because it's a donation. The hoodies don't cost that much. There's a large percent of money on top of it because we're taking the money and then we're building a facility to restore victims of child sex trafficking because people do that here in the U.S. And those kids need love. They need to be nurtured. They need to be built up. And they need to be stewarded properly so that way they can become successful members of society so that we can break those generational curses and allow it to continue no more. So if you want to be a part of that, if you want to support that for Giving Tuesday, go ahead and go to grindstoneministries.com. They'll take care of you. And as always, Grindstone Ministries is a 501c3. You can write off all the donations and everything for the tax man. And we greatly appreciate anything you guys want to give for that time. Which is a great note there. Front pocket just does not work to carry anything, Cindy Bridget said. Yeah, I'm sorry women have small front pockets. That's stupid. That's so dumb. Oh, gosh. I hate how they do that. So yeah, we got about a couple more minutes here. If you have any questions, concerns, inquiries, comments, go ahead and throw them down in the chat below. We got probably about 5 more minutes here, and then I'm going to hop off. We're still super duper busy because of Black Friday and Cyber Monday. But yeah, I'm open to hang out with you guys. This is a time where you, as the consumer, as the viewer, can ask us questions. We have to answer it honestly, transparently. Otherwise, like, that's just dishonesty. It's a lack of integrity, and that's not what we're about. We're about doing cool shit for you guys. And not so much for us. So if you have any questions, feel free to throw them in the chat, as always. Oh, man, that is just that hitter. I'll tell you what. They did a great job revamping the flavors on this. Seriously, these things are... So it says new and improved flavor, they mean it. Because they used to not all be that great. Do y'all have a seatbelt cutter? We do. We have a Benchmade tool. And it acts as a seatbelt cutter, and you can add it onto a plethora of different kits when you check out. And it's a really, really well-made tool, and it's an escape tool for a vehicle.
Yeah.
Are we out of stock on them?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we had them. We don't have them, but we had them. But Black Friday cleaned us out. Yeah. Speaking of that, probably gonna hop off here. If anybody else got anything to add? No. All right. Wow, that was a resounding no. Thank you guys so much for coming to the show today. We always appreciate you. We freaking love you. We couldn't do what we do without you. If you have time, go ahead and support Grindstone Ministries today for Giving Tuesday. That's always appreciated. We're trying to do work unto the Father and not unto ourselves. Angry Biking Therapist said, best show on the internet next to yours, brother. Next to yours. Takes one to know one. ABT. ABT's got to come be on the podcast.
Yes, indeed.
That's what he's got to do. He's got to come be on the podcast. But I'll hit you up about that, ABT. And yeah, we love you guys. We appreciate you as always. Carry an effing tourniquet and have a great day.